Sounds good.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
We'll see you. Okay, so today I want to, I guess, do a part 2 or whatever you want to call it, a follow-up from a couple weeks ago. We did a webinar called basically how to create your ideal client, so that you can be working with clients that you love to work with. It makes your career much more fulfilling when you're working with these types of clients rather than being in opposition with your clients all the time, because you're just taking any lead you can, any clients you can, which is what most of us do. Hey, I got a call, I'm going to take it, and then you end up just trudging through the deal. You get burnout, things like that. So 2 weeks ago, webinar was, how to create your ideal client using client avatars. Today, we're going to follow up with that and assume that you made your client avatar based off of that webinar. And what are you going to do now? So first and foremost, yes, if you have not done the client avatar, if you have not created your ideal client, who do I want to work with? Who's going to, how's it going to be exciting for me to get out of bed every day and work with these clients and market towards these clients and close these deals with these clients? So that is on our YouTube channel. If you need the link, I can send it to you. But that was creating the ideal client. So I'm going to assume everybody's done that. So I am not even going to talk about Facebook today or marketing on Facebook or anything else. We are talking about LinkedIn, and we are talking about some other ways that you can start cultivating relationships with the ideal client that you created, and how to get those relationships going, how to generate leads from there, conversations, things like that. So let's start off with LinkedIn, and then we'll roll into some other things. So many of us are not active Facebook or Instagram users for whatever reason, and that's totally fine. We don't want to share videos of our food, our pets, our family. We're more private. That's totally okay. So this is where you would maybe look at LinkedIn as being your go-to social network to create these relationships that you're trying to create, because LinkedIn isn't built for sharing of recipes and pictures of food and friends and things like that. It's a professionals network. People are going there to network. So this is completely overlooked by most real estate agents as a viable source to make connections with the type of people you want to connect with. So LinkedIn is specifically designed for professional networking. That's it. LinkedIn is also the one social media platform agents seem to ignore. So learning how to prospect on LinkedIn will help you prospect more effectively in a lesser amount of time per day. It puts you in front of professionals when and where they're actually expecting to talk business instead of where they go to relax. So if your ideal client is a working professional in any field, a business owner, an entrepreneur, then go straight to the source of where they are looking to make professional connections to help their business as well. So this is the overall benefit of LinkedIn. So, and it doesn't take a lot of time each day. So you want to start with your profile building. We did do a profile building webinar earlier this year. That's also on our YouTube channel. So you're going to want to go in after you have your client avatar created. You probably want to go in and adjust some of your bios and things like that. And one of them would definitely be your LinkedIn bio. So you want to knock the dust off of that, write a new one if you need to with your ideal client in mind. Mention your hobbies, your interests, your values. This will help attract and connect with the people you want to work with, because you're sharing values with these people. If you want to start networking with, people who love bicycling and things like that, then obviously you want to probably mention that in your bio, that this is one of your hobbies, you love it, this is why you love it. Because they're going to see that in your bio and go, oh, wow, this is somebody I want to connect with. We all know essentially your LinkedIn bio is your online resume. So it's a chance to brag about yourself a little, make sure that all your relevant professional experience is accurate, include all awards, accomplishments, accreditations, designations, all that stuff in your bio, in all the little fields. Fill it out as completely as possible. Don't make it only real estate focused. That's dry. A lot of people they're just going to be kind of turned off by that. So you want to flare it up a little bit with your hobbies and interests and different things that you do. This shows that you're multidimensional. You're not just going to be hitting real estate all day long. Be sure to have a nice up-to-date headshot and that all of your current brokerage information is correct. That's also a compliance thing. So, little networking etiquette for LinkedIn. If you don't know someone, but you want to connect with them, at best practice, send a personal message with your request to connect on LinkedIn. Not a sales message or anything spammy, something they can relate to and feel they can connect with you on. Again, because they're your ideal client, and therefore you more than likely share a set of values or hobbies or other interests. If you want to really show some respect and stand out, opt in to an in-mail with the LinkedIn Premium. The LinkedIn Premium is fairly cheap and has a better response rate on the in-mails. Most real estate agents on LinkedIn are connected to other real estate agents. This can be a benefit, especially for out-of-area connections, maybe areas you don't service, out-of-state, things like that. But you're going to need to expand your network to include your ideal client. So less real estate agents, less loan officers, more ideal clients. Networking thoughtfully is a crucial part of your lead gen strategy and activity. Spend some time establishing connections with people you know, and then start looking for new and valuable relationships that align with your client avatar. Connect to influencers, local leaders, executives that match up with your client avatar. These are the kind of people that already have a following. And so when you're connected to them, when you're engaging with them, other people are going to see that. And you'll probably start getting connection requests from them. Let's see, once you have your connections aligning with your client avatar, LinkedIn will begin recommending new contacts for you that will also align with the type of connections you're looking to make. So all these social media platforms out there, they'll have their own algorithms, and they want to put in front of you stuff that you're interested in. So this is what LinkedIn will do. They're going to start sending, recommending people that match the kind of people you're looking to connect with. Spend some time every couple of days strategically connecting to and networking with the right people. Even with just 20 minutes a day will start yielding the results you want. So, this doesn't have to be I need 5,000 connections on LinkedIn. This is connecting to the right people. So doing it strategically is going to go further than just connecting with everybody. Even for those of you who aren't into social media activity that much, you can stomach 20 minutes a day for some business building. So pop into LinkedIn, do your thing, hop back out. So or pop in, occasionally through the day. Engage meaningfully with the network you build. This should come fairly easily and somewhat naturally if you are following your plan and building a network of people who share your values and interests. Engagement only works if it's a two-way street. So your success with LinkedIn depends on your ability to give back to your LinkedIn community. Sharing and liking posts isn't enough. So again, and that could be why you don't like social media to begin with. Maybe you're just not really that connected with, people that share your values and things like that within your connections of social media. And so you're really not that engaged. But when you're starting, building that audience of people who share your values, then you're going to be more engaged with these people because they're going to be sharing things that you're interested in and vice versa. So a bonus for the introverts is that LinkedIn sets you up for success. It alerts you when connections have professional news, milestones, and anniversaries so that you can reach out and congratulate them. Celebrating their accomplishments goes a long way to showing exactly what kind of professional you are. The golden rule of successful networking, online and offline, is to be authentic. again, if you're building a network around your ideal client, this should come easily and naturally for you. Creating content around trending topics. So not just real estate. Don't just talk about the real estate market all the time. Talk about stuff that you like, your hobbies, trending topics with those. So this is going to be your hobbies, your interest, things that you can share within the network. Again, this is being multidimensional. Sharing and posting is a good start, but if you create your own article content, that's where you will see the best engagement. Be consistent, devote these 20 minutes a day if you can. So just start with the 20 minutes. That's an achievable goal for everyone, and make it multidimensional. Connect with former and existing clients, friends, and colleagues that you've enjoyed working with, and match up with your client avatar. Trying to connect and get referrals from past clients who treated you poorly or you dislike working with will not yield the long-term results you're looking for. Share, like, and engage with relevant content. Join groups that align with your client avatar. Offer congratulations to someone celebrating professional milestone or success. Write a recommendation for someone you know personally or have enjoyed working with. If you're connecting with business owners that you don't know personally yet, even writing a recommendation about the level of service you experience at their business works. Their business is an extension of their values and hard work. So a recommendation like this can go a long way with them and be appreciated. Write a post on a trending topic you're passionate about and use relevant hashtags. Hashtags are essential to getting your content seen by relevant audiences. Hashtags on LinkedIn work really, really well. People do search those out. Create video content for increased engagement and authenticity. So if you're not an introvert, then go the video route. All right, so that's LinkedIn. We'll move into Slidell broadcast to circle prospect, just sold, and open houses. So I'm talking about ones that are going to be within the target market that your client avatar lives and works in. So we should all have an area that we want to sell the most homes in. So if you want to be the go-to real estate agent in a neighborhood, you're going to have to get in front of these neighbors as often as possible. And this is where circle prospecting can come into play. So more than likely, your competition is already blanketing the neighborhoods you're wanting to work with, the door hangers, flyers, and postcards. With a little creativity, you can beat the competition to the chase before they get their flyers printed with a phone app called Slidell Broadcast. So this is an app for your phone. Purchased from a third-party data provider, RedX, Cold Realty Resource offers, or connect with your preferred title company to get a list of homeowners' cell phone numbers for literally pennies per contact. It's very, very cheap to get these contacts. Cross-check with the do not call list and leave them all voicemails advertising your next open house or just sold in the neighborhood. If it's not your listing, you're not taking credit for it. And if you're doing an open house for someone else, that's fine. You're still advertising the open house. So, and what this app does is it drops a voicemail straight in, or your voice message into their voicemail. So it doesn't even ring their phone. So what you're going to do is record your message and then hit the send, and it's going to go out to these contacts straight into their voicemail. So again, this is good for, introverts a little bit who maybe don't want to do the cold call. This is kind of an in-between there where you can still be reaching out with something. It's a recorded message. It's something you can definitely wrap your head around and press the send button on. So what is circle prospecting? Circle prospecting is a real estate lead generation strategy where real estate agents contact all homeowners surrounding a specific listing. The goal of circle prospecting is generate leads by showing social proof with the listing. If you've created your client avatar thoughtfully, you know where they live, and you want to sell homes in their neighborhood. So circle prospecting will help you break into these neighborhoods and become the go-to agent for that community. Using a service like this, Slidell, you can leave voicemails in bulk to the contacts you've gathered. slide dial, does not ring the phones. It simply drops your recorded voice message straight into the voicemail. What does that look like? Simple script. This is your name with Rise Realty. We just listed a home in the community. You can name the community name. If you know anyone looking to move, give me a call. That's really all you need to do. A very simple message. You don't want it long and drawn out. They're not going to listen to that most likely. So a very simple script. And again, it could be, there's a new listing in your neighborhood. If you know someone else looking to move, give me a call. So this doesn't even necessarily have to be your listing. You're not advertising another listing. You're just saying there's a new listing in your neighborhood. So you're being a little low key about it. Keep it concise and short. So with the script, don't, less than 30 seconds if you can. Take all the return phone calls and put them in your CRM and label them appropriately for future follow-up and marketing campaigns. So if you are a Sierra user, many of you on this webinar are Sierra users, you can do this through the platform and use your dialer number so that all the callbacks can be tracked and remarketed to easily later on. Sierra has a slide dial type product built into it. So you can record your voicemail, you can send it to all the contacts that you have grouped up straight through Sierra. So you wouldn't even need that slide dial app on your phone. So those of you that have Sierra, just know that you have this product already. So some prospecting tips and tricks for circle prospecting. Don't make your circle too large. Keep it in the neighborhood so your marketing message is relevant to the owners. 50 to 100 is ideal. You don't want to have 300, 400 people in there because that's too big of an area for you to send this targeted message to. Don't overthink your script. Keep it concise and short. This is for starting a conversation or prompting someone to take action on something like setting up an appointment or joining a mailing list. Rambling on will reduce the effectiveness of the message. Understand circle prospecting is not just about getting immediate action leads. Circle prospecting is just as much about marketing as it is about lead generation. So don't give up if your leads aren't coming in right away. Think long-term gains, like when you start out on a diet. If you don't reach your goal weight in the first week of dieting, that doesn't happen. It takes a little while. You have to continue doing it to get to that end goal. So it takes consistency, it takes an effort to reach your goal weight over time, right? So the same concept applies to prospecting. The return on investment will come, and it'll come sooner rather than later in most cases, as long as you have that consistency in place. Use multiple outreach methods to increase your response rate. Slide dial method will work for some of your contacts, but not for all. It may not even work for most of them. Some people might consider voicemail spammy or just won't respond when you call. That's okay, but you do need to mix it up to reach those other contacts as well. So you want to blend in marketing materials like postcards, texts, actual phone calls, door knocking if you're into that kind of thing. So you do want to, have a mixture here, but the slide dial, most real estate agents are not using this type of marketing towards their sphere. Offer to include them in your monthly market report. Again, if you're a Sierra user, this is built in. The majority of the people you contact when circle prospecting are unlikely to be moving anytime soon, so you need to offer them something of value to stay at top of mind. Offering a monthly marketing report email or similar is a perfect way to do it. Open house circle prospecting. This is a good script for using slide dial product or even a phone call. So let's say you are going to open house, and it doesn't have to be yours again. If you're just doing open houses, and this is why I recommend usually if you talk to me about doing open houses, and if you are doing them for outside agents, why you should always choose, the neighborhood that you're trying to farm, is because you're creating authority in that neighborhood. So it's high this is so-and-so from your broker or from, Rise Realty. I just want to let you know we're hosting an open house at this address on this day and time, and I want to personally invite you for a neighbors only sneak peek. Very simple message. It's going to create some callbacks, or they'll show up. Next up, pick up the phone and make outbound phone calls. So this is probably the one that has the highest return on investment, is just talking to people you already know. We're not talking about phone calls, we're talking about contacts in your phone. These are the people you know and like. So more than likely they align with some of your client avatars as well. Statistics show that an estimated 1/3 of the public does something related to real estate annually. Renovations, updates, repairs, refinancing, buying, selling, leasing. Somebody's doing something out there. Be that go-to contact for them to get help with these milestones completed. Be their trusted advisor for contractor and lending referrals. Don't always think about the sale, think about the relationship, and the sale will come eventually, or a sale will come eventually based on a referral that they're giving you. This costs nothing and has the best return on investment out of anything you will do in the business. So set a doable goal of 1 call a day. Once you do 1 per day consistently, you're likely to start doing 2, especially once your phone starts ringing with referrals. So think about being their real estate advisor for everything, and the go-to contact for referrals. This keeps that connection going with all your contacts. Meet your top 50 contacts in person once per quarter. So creating a business that fits into your lifestyle is built around your ideal client, centered around personal connections and how you treat them. Strive to meet your top contacts once per quarter, face to face. Learn about their lives, develop a deeper relationship with them. This can be individually for lunch or coffee, or maybe it's a client appreciation event. Make it fit into your budget, whatever that may be. So maybe it's a coffee, a Friday coffee meetup. That's very inexpensive, gets you face to face with, your ideal clients. Organize a meetup event that fits into common interests. So maybe it's a bike ride, a beach trail cleanup, fishing trip, home brewing class. Organize some sort of meetup event. Movie, bowling night, barbecue at a park, potluck at your house, or maybe a community clubhouse, back to school night at your local frozen yogurt shop, rent out a trampoline park or similar venue for a couple hours, let your kids jump around while you catch up with the parents. Actually, my kid's orthodontist, he does that. He rents out an ice rink and for a few hours, and just all of his clients come and just skate around, and that's what he does for his client appreciation event. He does it once a year. Obviously, that's a more expensive one, so it's a build, obviously, once you get to there. What else? So host a home buying seminar, either online or in person. Even though the information is freely available online, many home buyers still have questions about buying a home that they would like to ask a professional about in person. So offering them a low pressure space to get their questions answered about buying can be a great way to generate some leads. Choose a genre that matches your client and your expertise. Doesn't have to be a first-time buyer seminar all the time. You can do these for anything. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to call it a seminar either, if that's a scary word for you. So start online, start with Facebook Live or something like that. Create a little event in Facebook if you want. First-time buyers, down payment assistance, VA buyers, investment homes, second homes, short-term rental buying and strategy, multi-unit investing. I mean, there's a lot of different things out there you can talk about, and you don't have to know everything about it. You just need to know how to structure these things. You partner up with a lender who can answer the lending kind of questions that go along with this, and then you talk about the structuring part. Good tip: choose 5 or so common questions to answer in your seminar, and then include a few more not so common questions you can use in your marketing to draw the people in. So example, talk about how to find hidden inventory or buy foreclosure listings to get people through the door. So that would be your marketing piece. And once you're in there, you'll know what the 5 common questions are that they generally ask. And then there'll probably be no more questions during it. Again, partner up with a lender to talk about applicable loan products and how they work. You as the agent talk about the deal structuring. That's about all I have. So there's a lot of other ideas out there. I just tried to chunk it down into something that would fit into this time frame. But hopefully you guys will implement something. Choose one of these this month. Get your client avatars done. We're in the back half of the year. It's not too late to have a real good push in sales. Especially to give you momentum leading into the new year, which is going to be sneaking up on us here pretty quick. So pick one and implement it, and you're going to see your business start to change. So if you don't have the original webinar for creating your ideal client, again, YouTube channel, Rise Realty CA, it's in there, or I can send it over to you. So with that said, if you guys have questions on anything, I'm always around, and we'll talk to you later.